Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to another video. Let me check if the mic is all connected and if it's working fine. Yeah, seems like it. I hope you guys can hear me. But yeah, welcome to another video. I'm trying to start a new regular series of YouTube videos. I have been doing quite a bit of content here on YouTube and I just want to increase my frequency, and so far for the longest time I've been doing kind of like a mix of fitness videos plus productivity and mindset kind of videos, which takes me quite a bit of time to edit it and also just a lot of time in researching, scripting stuff out. It just takes quite a bit of time and that is kind of hindering me from producing more content and growing this YouTube channel. Thing is, actually a lot of the learning happens, in the spurs of the moment throughout the day when I'm just going about my chores, doing my thing, learning stuff, producing stuff, working on my website, working on the blog articles that I'm writing and things like that, just the content in general that I'm trying to create. But considering I'm also a software engineer, I do get quite a bit of questions on my Instagram about software engineering and things like that. Now, I have not been actively working as a software engineer full time for any company, but mostly been using my skills to do whatever I need to do on my own personal website and mix code into, content management systems like Squarespace, WordPress, and things like that, But considering I'm going to be creating products in the fitness and health and fitness space, I was thinking about using Shopify as an e-commerce outlet for me to be able to sell my products. And for that, I feel a great way to be able to do that would be to code stuff out regularly and learn a little bit more about, the Shopify e-commerce experience and doing custom development jobs on the e-commerce front on Shopify. And the thing is, since being in the pandemic, as you guys already know, a lot of the physical businesses are already shutting down just because they cannot either sustain having physical spaces. But what's going on is there's been a trend of moving products online. So there's a great opportunity which is going to be, selling stuff online. So a lot of people are trying to build their own e-commerce stores for whatever they're trying to sell, And it seems like a great opportunity for me to be able to tap in and do development and coding and custom jobs, or even setting up Shopify stores for other people, local businesses here in Toronto or even on the web worldwide. Being a digital professional just gives me that creative freedom to be able to work from anywhere, to be able to have clients all around the world and choose my own clients, And just to give you guys a little perspective on what kind of coding I used to do back in the day at my last, full-time gig, which was in Chicago. I used to work for e-commerce companies, and so far I have coded in JavaScript and React.js on the front end, using HTML, CSS5. And on the back end, I have mostly used Ruby on Rails and hooked it up on the front end with React for the front end to be able to communicate with the server applications, which again, as I said before, was built on Ruby on Rails at my old job. So that's the kind of knowledge I have. But from what it seems like, Shopify is more you can do custom job on the front end using JavaScript and frameworks any framework basically, but React seems to be the most common one from what I have researched today. So, and I already do enjoy React.js quite a bit and it's pretty popular out there. So it will be very easy to catch up on again and be able to use it for my own development purposes and for my learning purposes, which is going to be on Shopify and things like that, right? Also, Shopify uses this coding language called Liquid, which I do have to get into and research a little bit and understand how it works, if it's easy to pick up on or not. So I will be spending quite a bit of time here today, tomorrow, this entire week or month even, figuring out how Liquid works and how can I just get started on developing my own Shopify stores using Liquid. And on the back end, it seems like they have been using Ruby on Rails and Node.js. Well, Ruby on Rails, since I already kind of have worked with Ruby on Rails for about a whole year back in Chicago at my old job, it might seem easier for me to pick that up again and just be on a faster path to learn Shopify custom development. So I might go that way, but I also do want to explore Node.js. Node.js is a pretty popular language on the back end, I feel like. I also did want to learn that even before, a year ago or 2 years ago, back when I was in Chicago. And so I might be exploring these two avenues. And the whole purpose of this video is to kind of introduce you guys to a new series that I want to do, which is going to be almost like a regular vlog where I discuss the things that I'm doing. And throughout the day, as I'm going through my day, working away, learning things, and trying to code or even work on my personal website or services or products, I'll talk to you guys here and there, pick up the camera and just share insights or things that I'm like learning regularly. And also at the same time, I am a personal development nerd, so I have a lot of good books here, as you can see, you know, which I'm like regularly reading. And also I listen to quite a bit of Audible here and there when I'm like on my walks outside, you know, out in like Toronto downtown, out in the streets. And I always want to share these little insights about, you know, like just like my lifestyle in general, the way I train. I'm pretty passionate about training. I'm pretty passionate about personal development. I'm pretty passionate about, you know, health and fitness, and also at the same time building a business, developing a business, and staying up to date with the technology and everything that's been going on in the coding industry. So I moved to Toronto last year from Chicago, and it's been a while. It has taken me quite a bit to like get up to speed here with my life in Toronto, and been trying to decide what I actually want to do as product and services. So I've been dabbling around in quite a few things, been trying to turn that into multiple sources of like, you know, income. Coding being like, I have a software engineering myself. I have a degree in software engineering, so I definitely want to talk more about that with you guys and how I'm about to like use that skill to like, you know, start a freelance career here. I want to like work on like e-commerce platforms and things like Shopify, Squarespace, or even WordPress, and be able to do custom jobs for people who are trying to like take their stores online and things like that. So I want to talk about this experience as to how I'm switching my whole career from being a full-time developer to, you know, now being a freelance developer doing brand development, which is going to be brand expression. So content writing, content creation, copywriting, mixed with, you know, my coding skills and developing custom Shopify stores or Squarespace stores or even WordPress stores. I don't know much about WordPress right now. I don't know if I'm even going to like dabble into that, because WordPress is back in its PHP and I don't really have much experience with PHP. And considering I have a lot of experience with like Ruby on Rails, it might just be a better option to go with Shopify, because that's the kind of like, you know, that's the technology I want to use for my personal e-commerce stores that I'm going to be working on like at the end of like this year, you know, for some of the products that I'm trying to create for you guys, you know, in the health and fitness industry. So I want to bring you guys along in this journey and talk about my challenges, talk about what I'm learning, talk about all my failures, so that you guys can get a little bit of insight as to what it actually takes to become, you know, successful. And it's not even about becoming successful. It's more about this process of bettering yourself, this process of like being able to figure out what you want to do in life. And sometimes the path is never straight, you know, more than often the path is never straight. A lot of the times things that you're trying to do on your own might not work out. So I want to talk about all of those experiences with you guys, since working for yourself is a whole lot different from what you would expect from a full-time job, where people might just tell you what to do. As a software developer myself, my managers would tell me, my product guys would tell me, this is the feature we want to be built out on our website, so take your week, take 2 weeks and build this feature out. So that's exactly what I would do. But ever since I've been working on myself, or like working on my own businesses and things like that, it's been a little challenging, you know, to be able to like decide for myself what my work actually looks like. Since I'm always getting these ideas, I could do this, I could do that, I'm pretty good at video production now, I could be doing this for clients. So it's always a challenge to decide what I want to do as a full-time career. But I kind of want to take this modern path, leverage multiple skills and create multiple sources of income. And since I'm dabbling into this, since I'm like fairly new to this, like I might have fresh perspective that I want to share out with you guys, maybe in the hopes to inspire you to take control of things in your own hand. And if you're someone who wants to create their own freelance gig or want to create their own business, the tips and advice I want to share out with you guys, or not even advice, just my experience, might help you guys navigate this path for yourself a little easier. So that's the whole goal. And just doing this whole series of like regular vlogging will just help me create more content, more exciting content for you guys, and take you out on a journey rather than just sitting in front of my camera and talking knowledge, you know, because I feel like the best way to learn is from experience. And if I can share that experience with you guys, that would be amazing, you know. So that's the whole plan. Yeah, let's see how this series turns out. But I'm going to be picking up the camera every now and then just to talk to you guys a little bit, and also show you how I work, talk about health and fitness, which is my biggest passion, my craft, which is coding, website development, content creation, video production, and you know, all those things. And third, just lifestyle in general, because I really believe that it's really your habits and behaviors and the things that you do on a regular basis is what dictates you and makes you the person that you are. And these choices is a lot governed by the kind of things that we expose ourselves to, the kind of people we expose ourselves to, and the kind of information that we expose ourselves to. And I'm always on a path to better myself by learning from others, and I want to share everything that I learned from others, combine it with my own experience, and share it out with you guys. So I hope this is going to be exciting, because I'm pretty excited. Learning is always exciting, doing new things is always exciting. So I hope this is as exciting for you guys as this is for me, and I get to share a lot more with you guys. So let me know in the comments below what other type of content would you guys like to see and me to share with you guys on a regular basis here. You know, it could be mindset aspect, it could be health and fitness, it could be career related, it could be coding related, it could be Shopify business related. So let's do this together, let's have some fun. And I'll also be showing you guys quite a bit of Toronto, because Toronto is pretty cool. Right now we're in a lockdown, we're in a shutdown, but the moment the city opens, I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty vibrant this summer. So I'm looking forward to sharing all of those things with you guys. Yeah, let's have some fun. That's all I wanted to say right now. We'll be catching up in a little bit. All right.
Look, I don't play, I got goals, I got God, I got hope, I got soul in my home, I got G, that's my bro, OB, on the beat, he got heat on the stove. If they keep playing with us, they gon' reap what they sow. Whoa, yeah buddy, we gon' keep talking cold, and I hang with a few, cause the most do the most. Wine bottles on the table, get the chairs and a toast, cause we didn't save ourselves, it was God as our boast. Look, talking like they know me, they don't know the half. I'm like Owen Hart, mixed inside of Noah's Ark. I had battles in the dark, why you so alarmed? See the battles and the scars, had to go to class. Tamagotchi in my pocket, why you holding off? Cause the oldest got the rocket that can mow a lawn. But I'm chilling in the field, didn't go to farm. Daddy told me keep it real, let's show no regard. Those who didn't wanna build, try to throw a dart. When you got the shield with you, you gon' hold it hard. I'm a sower, he the grower, you can't throw apart. Everything that he touches, we.
Alright, so excuse the hair, it was kind of windy outside, went for a walk, but yeah, been working here a little bit. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about, as a software developer, you know, there's just so many creative avenues you could take, and career options you could go for. You could become like a JavaScript developer, you could become like a native application developer with either iOS or even Android, or you could become a web developer. And even in web development, there's just so many programming languages you could use, but it's all going to come down to what you might enjoy doing. For me right now, it makes the most sense to do Shopify, and a combination of being able to use custom code with the content management systems or even e-commerce systems that already exist out there. And from what it seems like, Shopify is doing a great job at bringing out the a good suite of e-commerce features already available for business aspects, on the e-commerce, on the online stores and things like that, And considering I want to create my own Shopify stores in the future for my own products and services, it makes the most sense for me to use my skills to be able to even do Shopify work for other people, because that just gives me a reason to work and learn Shopify and even make money by doing development jobs for other businesses. And while I'm doing that, I'm getting good and better at creating Shopify stores, doing development jobs and coding on Shopify. It just makes me a better developer. And by choosing this niche, I can focus all my energy into learning new thing that I want to do, which I can use even in my own personal business. So it makes the most amount of sense for me to pick Shopify for my future development purposes, and trying to decide on a niche as to what kind of developer I want to be now, because this whole landscape is ever changing, and you kind of have to decide as to what type of developer you want to become, because there's just so many programming languages out there. There's just so much you could do as a developer, and it is really important for you to decide what you want to do and what you want to do for the next few years, So this makes the most sense for me. So I'll be talking more about my experience with Shopify development, coding on there, and how I'm going to be taking on clients, how I'm going to be helping them out with their Shopify stores and the products and features I'm going to be developing for them. And then later on, even building those things into my own Shopify stores when I'm ready to launch my products and services in the health and fitness industry, as I talked about before with you guys. But yeah, so these are some of the things that I wanted to talk about in this video regarding software development, where my mind is currently as to what I want to learn, because there's just so many choices and sometimes it's hard to just pick one, but you just really have to, because otherwise you're just going to be spreading your efforts thin and nothing will really get done, and you won't really have enough force to make an impact and actually do that to like either gain clients or even like, you know, get a full-time job. Well, right now, since I'm working on my own businesses, it makes sense for me to do part-time gigs, freelance gigs on the side and keep bringing in some income while I'm working on my own businesses. But I do enjoy coding, and this just gives me an opportunity to work with other brands, other people. E-commerce is always exciting anyway, so it just like makes me very excited to be able to like work with this. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say in this video. We'll be sharing more experiences with you guys as I go about doing this myself. If you guys are still watching, I really appreciate every single one of you, and let me know if you guys enjoy this type of content, me talking about software, which is a little different from health and fitness and you know, like mindset and things like that. But I do want to talk about the actual career aspects of things, as well as I'm like trying to build my career and take my career from like being a full-time software developer to like newer things. And as life is evolving, your work should evolve with you. I'm a huge believer of that, so just I want to share all those experiences with you guys. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you guys now in the next video. Yeah, keep exploring your options, keep learning, keep improving yourself every single day, learn from other people, apply it in your own life, and keep spreading the word, keep sharing it with other people. That's my mission, you know, on this channel, and that's what I hope to accomplish with you guys, and would urge you to do the same with other people. Learn and share. Catch you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a good one, so see you guys.